Welcome back to the Brooklyn Weekly Property Market Report. Of course, brought to you by Anglo Volker's Brownstone, Brooklyn. My name is Katriona Kearney, and I'm joined again today by Donald Brennan as we talk about the data. How are you, Donald?
I'm well, Katriona. Getting pretty quiet out there. Two big indicators for me is one is my parking garage. I keep my car in. I pulled in on Sunday night after being away for the weekend, come back to work for the week. There was like one other car in the 400 car lot. There was nobody there. It was really a little bit surprising. And then working out this morning at my local CrossFit, it was like me and one other person the entire place. So super quiet right now.
That is true. So let's start by talking about the luxury market above 2.25 million. It looks like from the data that there's far more perhaps going into contract than coming on the market right now, Donald.
Yep, that's pretty astute observation there. Last 2 weeks had very similar activity in the luxury and both new to market and in contract. New to market, we had 9 deals, 9 new listings come to market the last 2 weeks. 18 total, and then on the in contract side, 15 2 weeks ago, 16 last week. So about a 35% difference there from the new to market to in contract. What's kind of interesting is that what has been reduced there is townhouses. A lot fewer townhouses coming to the market at this price range, and also resale condominiums. Those are things that are in control of end users versus sponsor condo units, which are a little bit different kind of consideration of when they go out into the marketplace. On the in contract side, continued strength at the $3 to $4 million price range for townhouses, with 4 deals going into contract. So that inventory still being absorbed, with not a lot of new listings becoming available. And then also 2 high-priced townhouses being signed on, one between 9 to 10, and one between 7 and 8. So townhouses still drawing attention, people securing their housing for the fall.
So from personal experience, I know that the below 2.25 million market is still super busy. Having been out at the weekend and this week with buyers, there's a lot of people out there putting offers in and getting offers accepted, and as a result of which our data is showing the number of in-contract properties continues to be very strong.
Yeah, last week 71 deals going into contract, which is on par for a lot of the previous weeks over the last few months. So still elevated activity there. A little dip 2 weeks ago when we went down to 63, but still strong activity. And again, not a lot of new inventory matching that coming to market. Last week, 46 deals. 2 weeks ago, 38 deals. Those are way off, almost half as much as what we've seen over the prior weeks for 4 months now, heading back to February almost. So, peak activity, April, May, June there on the listing side, but continued strong activity with absorption, with deals going into contract.
So talking about in-contract activity makes me think maybe we should talk about buyers and the situations they find themselves in when they're actually putting offers in on properties. Obviously, it's a very emotional situation, but there are some very clear guidelines and situations that I know we come across with our clients. And so let's just do a little bit of a sort of semi-education on this maybe for people. We know that we come across situations where people want to put lowball offers in. They want to go for their strongest offer. They come across something called highest and best. Sometimes they come across perhaps an escalation clause. Let's talk about circumstances under which someone might think hard about one of those options.
Sure. So in any asset that is currently finding a lot of attention, again, in reference to $3 to $4 million townhouse asset, condo resales, and even new development, all pretty strong. And just about everything as you move down the price points, definitely under 2.25. So one of the things that we stress with our buyer clients is to be out in the market, be an active participant, learn what's going on, be a student of pricing, offers, any adjustments, days on market, and so forth. And so when it comes time to act, you want to act with the greatest amount of confidence you can, so you know what you're doing, and you think about the strategy to get the attention of the selling agent and then keep a position in that pool of buyers should there be other interest. So, you know, you've mentioned highest and best there. That is what we typically see if any agent is selling something and there's more than two parties that are typically interested, that have made reasonable, bona fide offers that are in different ways. Usually that anything is rarely is anything the same based on your financial profile, amount of debt you want to put on the property, or versus all cash. You can distinguish yourself for sure amongst that pool of buyers. But that is where you are going to be kind of forced to put something forward that is your highest and best, and you stand by, and it's kind of, you know, an auction of sorts to win the right to go into contract on the property. And I haven't seen it here. I'm aware that it happens in other states and other cities, because I know people have actually done this recently due to demand in those marketplaces. The escalation clause, where it's kind of an automatic improvement of your price at some measured amount that you define, and usually includes a cap. Obviously, at a certain point, you stop your bidding there. Have you seen that right now, Katriona, in the market, escalation clause?
I have had someone who did win a bid that way, and they did it because they didn't want a highest and best situation, which, as we know, is you just don't know what everyone else is going to put in. You put in your strongest offer, that could be $30,000 above someone else's. You know, you just don't know. And so to avoid that, they went for this is what our offer is, and we're willing to go up to this number if you get counter bids automatically, without you having to ask us, up to a certain point. And it worked in that situation. It comes down to, obviously, the listing agent and the seller. Some sellers don't even want to entertain that. They just want to pick, choose, whatever, move on.
So true.
Okay, so that's it from us this week. Check back in next week, of course, for more accurate and informed observations on the Brooklyn property market. And we look forward to sharing that with you next week. It's bye from me.
Take care, Katriona. See you later.